This is the Buddha, the Great Buddha.
The Big Buddha in Kamakura is a place I pretty much avoided for the 10 plus years that I lived in Japan, particularly when I lived in the Navy or when I was working in the Navy because, proximity effect. Everybody goes there, so that made it less attractive to me. It wasn't until I decided to travel to Japan with my Filipino wife a couple of months ago that I finally decided to take a shot because I was basically doubling as a tour guide, so I wanted to give her the full experience. And I must say I was pleasantly surprised. And it's not really just the Buddha itself that makes the trip worth it. While the city is largely based around tourism, it still has an almost untouched quality that betrays its status as such a tourist attraction. It literally became a required visit for sailors as per the localization process only a few years after I arrived. Personally, I traveled to Akihabara for mine. The Buddha itself is a worthy trip, but can be easily eclipsed by many other sites in surrounding regions. It's really the city of Kamakura itself that really makes the trip worth it. I actually got lost at one point whenever we were searching for the Buddha. The trick with most tourist attractions is to follow the crowd, but in this case, there's actually people that live in Kamakura, so I accidentally followed the wrong crowd, so I saw more of Kamakura than I intended on. The Buddha and the surrounding temple were your pretty standard affair of any temple or site that you go to in Japan. They give you a little pamphlet that shows you the history of, the site itself. In this case, the Buddha, obviously. And it's a really pretty short path compared to places like Kinkakuji or Ginkakuji. I know I pronounced those completely wrong, but it's really straightforward, which is probably why it's so popular, because you get right to the Buddha. It's right there, and there's not much distraction from it. All in all, we were there maybe 15 minutes, and we were on our way. We made sure to stop by the ubiquitous gift shop and buy some knickknacks. I never buy souvenirs myself, but I have a Filipino wife and family to oblige. What was most fascinating was despite the train that has only one or two cars that travel back and forth sparingly throughout the day, unlike others that travel along a full track, there are still people that live in an area that feels almost comparatively isolated for a Japanese residential area. I was accustomed to walking straight from my apartment to a subway that could take me straight to any major connecting hub in Japan. You have to slow down in Kamakura, be patient. Mariel and I later treated ourselves to a tourist's feast replete with chicken karaage, ramen, craft beer for me, Mariel doesn't drink, as well as shaved ice treats. As always, Mariel chose mango. She is a Filipina. Despite being married 5 years, Mariel still asked me permission to order something.
Of course, babe. Oh, you're actually having Japanese food this time. Babe, I think my meal is better.
Yeah.
Use your chopsticks to break it apart.
It's quickly become a rule that Mariel has to order whatever I order when we go to a restaurant because she always likes what I order better.
How's the chicken, babe? Always order what I order. That's the rule. Volcano.
Oh my gosh.
Your Yama.
I thought it's really little.
That's what they all say.
I should probably mention this here since it's going to drive me crazy. I'm well aware that it's pronounced Kamakura. Just I'm never around people that speak Japanese, so I tend to default to American pronunciation. Once upon a time, I was conversationally fluent in Japanese, but that's been a long time. I mean, my Japanese slowly came back while I was in Japan, but naturally it dissipates whenever I leave. I just wanted to defend myself there. We finished the night off with some Yoshinoya Gyodan. I prefer Matsuya personally.
Hey babe, what are you reading? Is it a good book?
Yeah.
It looks like a good book.
Yes.
Do you recommend it?
Yeah, of course.
How many stars out of 5?
10.
Several years ago, I made a video called The Difference Between a Cruiser and a Destroyer, and people pretty much obliterated that video because they clicked on it expecting a video giving specifications about the difference between the two types of ships. And instead, I gave a personal account of what it was like to be stationed on both of those. And that's pretty much what I've done with this video. Instead of giving a historical account of what the Big Buddha is and what it represents, I tried to give entirely my own personal account and my impressions of the city itself and the temple. And I think that is far more valuable. I mean, there's so many resources these days where you can just find this information. Why should I just, be a Wikipedia article? So, if that's what you were looking for with this video, I apologize, but I never really intend to do that with any of my videos, because then what is the point in me making a video focused on my personality? If I don't give a personal account, then I don't really add anything of value. So those are my thoughts on it. So it's honestly really hard for me to make vlogs entertaining because I'm such a boring person in real life. I noticed that the one thing that seems to be missing from my blogs as compared to the successful vlog channels is either voiceover or commentary. I'm horrible at commentary, so I'm taking another chance at voiceover. The only other voiceover video I did previously was my Mexican food in Japan video. Honestly, up until this point, only a handful of my long-form videos have gained a significant level of organic traction, and short-form isn't a sustainable format, so I'm relying on my audience to guide me toward a sustainable format. So please feel free to leave feedback below. I mean, the biggest issue over the years has been a lack of feedback, not negative feedback, so any type of feedback would be greatly appreciated.
Hey, what do you think of Japanese McDonald's?
Yummy.
Yummy.
Good.
Good. Here's my shrimp burger. Made of shrimps.
Mm-hmm.
How many stars out of 5?
What?
How many stars out of 5?
5.
Good. This is a Japanese laundry machine that you can find at most Japanese business hotels, which is the type that we're staying at. There's a combined wash and dry cycle, and you can do it separately. I think I actually put it on the wrong cycle, so I don't know how long it's going to take for this to finish.
About this book, I reading this book about the machinator and his life in Japan, and his working as a navy.
What's his name?
The machinator and James anybody.